nitasema mawili kwa haraka sana. Jambo la kwanza, congratulations party leader Dr. Oburu Odinga. Congratulations your excellencies Governor Mombasa and Kisii, and our only lady, Iron Lady, Dr. Honorable Her Excellency Gladys Wanga. I want to say just one thing. Chama cha ODM ni ya kila mtu Kenya mzima. Mimi ni Senator Bethi Siengo kutoka Kitui County, Mwingi North, na niko ndani ya chama cha ODM. Kenya mzima nyote mjiunge na chama kikubwa zaidi. Na wamama, kuna nafasi ya uongozi katika chama cha ODM. Mungu awabariki tukienda kutengeneza serikali injayo.
Asante kina mama hai. Basi wacha nimwalike Mheshimiwa Imwatok kwa niaba ya assembly zetu. Karibu.
ODM. ODM. Wana Nairobi ODM. Wana Western Kenya ODM. Basi party leader wetu Mheshimiwa Oburu Odinga kwa niaba ya County Assembly ya Nairobi na waheshimiwa bunge la gatuzi la nchi ya Kenya, tunakupatia kongole pamoja na manaibu wako Mheshimiwa Simbarati chuma ya zamani, Mheshimiwa Abdulswamad, Mheshimiwa mama wetu wa taifa, Mama Chairperson Gladys Wanga. Mumefanya kazi njema katika chama. Palipo Baba Raila Amolo Odinga anapopumzika mchana wa leo, anajua kwamba chama ya ODM iko imara. Ni raha si raha? Wanapwani ni raha si raha? Wana Nairobi ni raha si raha? Ni Oburu power ama si power? Ni power ama si power? Aya, kazi kwako baba wetu Oburu Odinga, tunakusupport.
Asante sana. Wacha sasa nimwalike our former Secretary General Babu na Mwamba pia aje aseme jambo moja ndio tuendelee.
DJ. Asante sana. Party leader, I congratulate you for today. You assume absolute power in this party. Congratulations together with all the officials that have been confirmed in office. Ninataka kushukuru sana mwenyekiti wetu Her Excellency Gladys Nyasuna Wanga na wewe party leader kwa kunialika hapa leo. I am delighted to be among comrades. Every direction I see comrades, and I'm delighted to be here amongst you. 20 years ago, we started a journey to pursue power. 20 years is a long time. And we wanted to pursue power to make Kenya better on the basis of the social democratic ideals of this party. And we have come a long way. We have resisted. We have taken hardline positions. I remember on 15th of January 2008, I stood on the floor of Parliament and declared, mimi Babu na Mwamba, na hapa ya kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa Rais Raila Amolo Odinga. I remind you that because we have come a long way. And when we get power, when you get within proximity of power, what do? You consolidate, you project, you protect, you do not continue to look backwards, because you run the risk of becoming a statue like Lot's wife. Today, this party is within the proximity of power. And I want to pray that we now move forward and consolidate that position. Mimi nawahakikishia kwamba tuko pamoja na kuuliza wana ODM nyote, bunduki yenu ile ya AK-27 iko loaded? Bunduki ya AK-27 iko loaded? ODM fire! 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 Ebu nione kama kweli tuko reloaded na tuko tayari. Asanteni sana, and may the good Lord continue resting our great founding father, Raila Amolo Odinga, in eternal peace. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Babu. Asante. Wacha nimwalike Mheshimiwa Simba Jike Mishi Mboko Hamis aje aseme jambo, na Mheshimiwa Ariko wa Deputy Party Leader kutoka Turkana uwe tayari. Deputy Chairman uwe tayari. Mheshimiwa Mishi, DJ kwa vipi?
DJ weka nyimbo ya pwani kidogo.
ODM power! ODM power! Mimi nataka kusema sisi kama wanachungwa leo tumemaliza ile agenda yetu ya kumpatia Baba Daktari Oburu Oginga kama kinara wa chama cha chungwa, na sisi wanachama wote tunahitajika kumpatia support, tunahitajika kumpatia nguvu, tunahitajika kumpatia mawaidha, na tunasema viongozi wetu akiweko Jike la Simba, Sibor Madhako, Mama Gladys Nyasuna Wanga, pamoja na Deputy Party Leader Abdul Swamad Siba Arati na wale viongozi ambao tumewaendorse na kuratify leo. Sisi kama chungwa hatuchezi, hatucheki, hatubabaishwi, na sisi tutasimama imara kuweka the legacy of our hero Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Tunajua the spirit of Baba, it is still with us. The spirit of Baba will walk with us. The spirit of Baba will guide us, will defend us, will protect us, na chama cha chungwa kitakuwa imara. Sisi kule pwani tunasema fomu ni kufanya negotiation. Fomu ni kusema ya kwamba tunaenda negotiation at par. Yani tunasema ngato gingato, mundu kumundu, chilumelikaka, sawa kwa sawa. Tunataka power. Kwani iko nini? Kwani shingapi power? Dr. Oburu Odinga hoye!
Oye! Aya, Deputy Chair Bwana Ariko, sauti ya Turkana.
Aya. ODM. ODM. Tunataka power. Mimi kwanza kabisa nataka kushukuru Mungu, nataka kushukuru delegates wote ambao wameweza kutupatia power ya uongozi ya chama cha chungwa. Ya pili, I want to quote the words of one of the leaders, Rosaline Carter, that a leader takes people where they want to go. And great leaders takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be there. Those are the words of Rosaline Carter. Our party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, ni kiongozi ambayo aliweza kutupeleka mahali popote, ambaye yeye mwenyewe ameweza kuona kule ndio wananchi wanapiganiwa rights zao. The intention of this party is to fight for the people of the Republic of Kenya. The only thing that you can do to provide the rights of these people is to have power. Party leader, take us where we can get power. If it means joining hands with those like-minded parties so that we can get power and fight for the rights of the people of Kenya. Sisi kama wanachungwa, naomba nyinyi wote viongozi, munajua vile baba aliweza kutipanga kabla Mungu mwenyewe aweze kumchukua. Baba alituacha kwa mikono ya rais wa Kenya. Haya. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Tumkaribishe Winnie Kazi Odinga ambaye amefika kukaa pamoja nasi. Wapi makofi ya Mheshimiwa Winnie Kazi? Asante sana. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Winnie Kazi Odinga. Asanteni. Karibu. DJ, wapi mziki kidogo? Akisettle.
Ikibamba sana basi pull it up. Select cheza doba once from the top. Dojo mabe, dojo mabe, dojo mabe. Tunisha speaker, we mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Dojo mabe, dojo mabe, dojo mabe. Tuko tao, CBD kwa penthouse. Wanadhani CBD ni guesswork, lakini jua bidii tunasosa.
Nipe kofia kwenye hewa.
Dojo mabe, kwa mdomo ni kube. Na doba Johnny Mwaki ukipenda email.
Kama unaelewa.
Johnny 10 nikikusalimia unanijibu tu maber. Napenda.
Wangapi wanakaribisha Winnie Odinga?
Napenda vile mama zio penda.
Selector.
Asante sana.
Kumbe Madam Chair unaelewa hizi vitu?
Sana. Asante sana. Wacha sasa nimwalike azungumze na sisi on behalf of the Senate. Senator Ledama Ole Kina, Masai mmoja ako na rungu. Wapi makofi ya Senator Ledama? DJ tupeleke Masaini.
Sisi wa baba, sisi ya baba, sisi wa baba.
Haya DJ. Basi hebu tusalimiane wote, Bwana ODM. Mimi Bwana Party Leader, nafasi hii ni nafasi yetu ya kufanya kazi. Kazi tumemaliza, tumeimarisha ya kwamba chama iko imara. Na mimi leo nataka kuwazungumzia nyinyi wanachama ya ODM. Wakati wa mchezo imeisha. Sasa lazima mzunguke Kenya nzima. Muhakikishe ya kwamba hii power tunasema tunataka tumechukua. Ama namna gani? Mimi nawaambia hivi. Watoto wale ambao wako shule miaka 17, miaka 18 lazima pia wakule chungwa. Na mimi nataka kuwapatia kazi nyinyi wanachungwa mko hapa. Msikuja tu hapa mnacheka tunafurahi. Leo kazi tumemaliza. Ile kitu nataka ni kujenga chama iende juu. Mimi Bwana Party Leader nakuhakikishia kitu kimoja. Pali yote ile ambaye Wamasai wako wote kutoka Marsabit kwenda Samburu, Laikipia, Nakuru, Naro, Kajiado, mpaka Isiolo, wote wako kwa nyuma ya chungwa. Na mnajua, wacha niwaambie, wakati ile kumechacha sana ndio waoga huwa utokea. Sasa mimi nataka nyinyi sasa, na ndio unaona leo nimekuja na ile rungu mrefu ile. Mimi naonea wapi? Mbali. Nimeonea 18 mbali. Wachana na wale watu wengine wanaenda huko kimbia. Hapa ndiyo power iko. Hapa ndiyo tumeona county zote 47. Na mimi naomba kitu kimoja. Sasa nataka niwapatie formula ya kuhakikisha kwamba ODM haiwezi zama. Tuko na grassroots movement. Leo ukitoka hapa, tafadhali kwenda nyumbani, pika chai, ita watu, anza kuzungumza maneno ya ODM. Kunaitwa grassroots mobilization. Ndio tuweze kuhakikisha tuko na power. Na ukienda nyumbani, uhakikisha kwamba the only time kwamba manifesto itaandikwa vizuri, ihakikisha inashughulikia watu wenyu nyumbani,
ni kusema zile vitu ambazo zinasumbua watu wenyu. Wakati wa mchezo umeisha. Baba alisema hivi, aliomba matamshi yake Martin Luther King. Akasema, I may not get there with you, but together you will get there. Ile together ambaye baba alizungumzia ndio hii ya leo. Tumekuja hapa wote, tumeweka order, na mimi nashukuru sana organizing. Bwana Junet tumefanya kazi mzuri, organizing umefanya kazi mzuri, umeonesha ile order ambayo iko katika ODM. Sasa kwa sababu tuko na party chairman hapa, ule party chairman ambaye anawimba hapa, piga teke na atoke. Unasikia? Hakuna mchezo. Ule mwenye anaenda kuletea kinyokonyoko, toa. Hapa ni kusimama na hakuna chama ingine. ODM ndio hii. Wale wengine wako huko nje, wacha kimbia tu. Watakuja tu wakipiga magoti wakisema nyumbani lazima niende. Nikimalizia anasema hivi, naomba tafadhalini mkumbuke huyu mzee na mumweka kwa maombi. Ile jukumu ambaye amepewa leo ni jukumu kubwa. Simba Arati kuwa deputy wake, Abdusomaru kuwa deputy wake, shikeni hawa. Alafu sasa zile zingine zikuwa vacant, mjua wa Masai wako imara ama namna gani? Si ndio? Na tuko imara kuhakikisha tumeleta ushindi. Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana Ledama Olekina, Masai mmoja. Wacha ni recognize veterans wa hii chama. Veterans wale walianza, walikuwa youth wing, walikuwa wapi, siku hizi wamekuwa wazee. Simameni tafadhali, mtambulike. Naona Magisewe yako pale, naona Jekonia, naona Hopa Nisa Mwakio, nawaona nyinyi wote. Asanteni. We recognize you and we value you and your contribution to this party. Wacha sasa ni mwalike azungumze na sisi Mheshimiwa Winnie Kazi Odinga. DJ tafadhali.
Sana basi punde tu. Select the chesa doba once from the top. Dojo mabe. Tunisha speaker, we mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Dojo mabe. Tuko tao, CBD kwa penthouse. Wanadhani CBD ni guesswork, lakini jua bidii tunasosa. Na ni magrami tundo tunangoja. Donjo mabe, kwa mdomo ni kube. Na doba Johnny Mwaki ukipenda email. Napendwa na makan, na wote Johnny 10. Nikikusalimia
habari zenu? ODM. Asanteni. Nilisema juzi ODM is my home, and this is where I'm from. Now, I wrote some remarks, if you'll just allow me to read some of my remarks. Today, I stand before you not just as a proud life member of ODM, but as a voice of the vibrant, hopeful, and resilient young Kenyans who've come from this country. It is not lost upon me that today I may be one of the youngest people that stands on this stage. But I carry this responsibility of their dreams and their aspirations. I love you too. Now, something I wanted us to bring back into context is the values of this party. The values that created the foundations of this party. Maisha Bora that we built 20 years ago. Those are the values of our forefathers. Now, when I was coming here today, I decided to do something because I feel as a party, we may be leaving some of our members behind. So if you give me a chance here, I want to read some messages that were sent in my DMs today. One is from a lady called Aisha Ngala. She's from Twapa. Every morning she wakes up, she goes to the market, she sells her vegetables to feed her 2 children. She's dreaming of a better life. I feel this party, we may have forgotten her. But Aisha, we have not forgotten you. Well, your journey is what will inspire us. We are coming back to help you. Down the road here, I got a message from a boy called James. He had studied computer science. He was filled with ambitions, hopes, and dreams. James cannot find a job.
is now walking on the streets. James asks for a new ODM. We must be that new ODM. There's another lady who sent me a message called Wavinya. She makes jewelry in the city here. She feels that the party, we have left her behind. We must create a new ODM that brings all these people on board. These stories that I'm saying reflect the struggles of millions of people in this country. When we talk about the new ODM that we envision, we want a party that opens doors and not closes them. We want a leadership that listens to our concerns and acts on our ideas. We want participation as young people that extends beyond rallies. We want to be involved and our voices shape decisions and negotiations. We want a decentralized power, empowering our branches and our grassroots. We want to revamp our youth league into a platform where young people can join to shape and share policy. We want to hold our leaders accountable. We want a new ODM. As I stand here from Nairobi, and thank you to Nairobi for always standing with me, I don't underplay the victims of this maandamano. We cannot overlook that reality. We cannot be a party that does not care about the struggles that we have come through. We want a new ODM. So I want to stand here and state clearly, the new ODM must be tool to work for young people. Our systems must work for our young people. Our young people are demanding their rightful space on this table. I say this with the utmost humility because we must create space for these people instead of only calling them when we want them to shout. So therefore, as we finish the part of this, one thing I'm going to ask for is a spirit of reconciliation, a spirit of understanding, a spirit of listening, a spirit that does not chase away, that does not force out, a spirit that opens and lets us in. We want space, we want a face for ODM. And so I say this with all the humility. Congratulations, party leader. And we believe as you lead this next cycle of transition, as they call you youth leader, you will open the space in this party for all the millions of young people of Kenya. And you will give us our space here. Thank you very much. With those few remarks, leo sikuja kuchoma. Today, I just came to wish you well. This is my party, but let us embody and let us try and change and make this a party for everybody here.
Asante sana, makofi ya Mheshimiwa Winnie for those remarks. Thank you very, very much. Let me now invite to speak with us the National Organizing Secretary of the party. Oh, he's gone to the mosque, I think. Let me call Governor Paul Nyongesa Otuoma azungumuze na sisi. DJ twende Western.
Asanteni sana. Tumekuja hapa, our party leader, to show you that the whole country, the whole ODM family is united together. Today, as we fully endorse our party leader, some of us already knew that ODM was in safe hands with Dr. Oburu Odinga. Today, the Almighty God has helped you to call the ODM family here. And we want to say the journey has now started. Usikuwe na wasiwasi. Tukitafuta hii power, sisi tutaenda bumper kwa bumper. Ile mtu anasimama mbele yetu tutakata na yeye kona. Ile kama ni manuari tutapiga manuari na tuende. So vile ule dama umesema, we are here, ODM family and those who believe in ODM, kwamba tutalinda chama, tutalinda ground, and our party leader, as a youth leader, just know that uko na jeshi. Na sasa tupatie ruhusa, one of the thing ukienda negotiation, tupatie ruhusa ya kulinda ground ya ODM. When we negotiate, kitu ya kwanza ni kusema hii ni ground ya ODM. How many of you say lazima tuanze na kulinda ground ya ODM? ODM. Asanteni sana, Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana Governor Otuoma. Ni mwalike kiongozi wetu in the National Assembly, Mheshimiwa Junet Sheikh Nur Mohammed. Tutabakisha our two deputy party leaders, alafu party leader atazungumza na tutafunga mkutano. DJ tafadhali.
Manu na bolu Rwanda chunpe. Manu chunulu. Chika.
Haya, kwa sababu ya saa, party leader na delegates wenzangu, tutoe kofia, tusalimiane kwa salamu ya ODM. Asanteni sana. Jambo la kwanza, nataka kuchukua nafasi hii kupongeza party leader wetu Dr. Oburu Oginga kwa kuchaguliwa kuongoza sisi kama party leader wa chama kubwa ambaye inaitwa ODM. Party leader, mimi nina hakika ya kwamba utatuendesha kwa njia vizuri sana, kwa sababu umekuwa kwa siasa muda mrefu sana. You are serving your 7th term in parliament, na umeona mengi kwa siasa. I believe in my heart that ODM will go far with your guidance and with your leadership. Ya pili, chama ya ODM ni chama ya kitaifa. Ni chama ambaye ina uwakilishi wa bunge, MCS, governor, senator katika kaunti zote za Kenya. Hiyo ni kweli au si kweli? Hakuna chama hapa Kenya ambaye iko na representation kama chama ya ODM. Lakini mimi nataka kusema hivi, chama ni kama membership club. When you are in a party, you must play by the rules of the party. You cannot make your own rules in a party. And especially when you are in a party like ODM, ambaye iko na structures, iko na NEC, iko na Central Committee, iko na National Delegates Convention, iko na National Governing Council, wako na structures kila pahali. And I want to urge our members, and I want to urge our leaders, once the party organs have made a decision, please abide by those decisions. That is how we can be a party of rules. That is how we can be a party of a constitution. Otherwise, we will be like any other party. Hizi chama ndogo ndogo kama hizi DCP, sijui DAP, hii takataka hizi ambazo ziko hapa town. Tuko na chama ambayo ina nidhamu. Because we cannot have a lawless party. We must be a party that makes sure we follow our constitution and we follow what our organs have decided. We may not agree, even today here, today in this hall. Simulikata mtu mwingine. Nguvu iko kwa delegates wetu. Everything that begins from NEC, from NGC, from where it will end up coming to these delegates to make a decision. So please, my plea is that tufate sharia ya mwisho. Anyone in this country who wants to negotiate with ODM, we will not negotiate on our parliamentary strength. Popote kuna MCA ya ODM, mbunge wa ODM, senator wa ODM, governor wa ODM, women rep ya ODM, itabaki na ODM. Kuna wengine nimeona wanaongea mingi, wanasema ya kwamba hapa chini watu wanaweza, basi kama mkilete mchezo sisi pia tutalete presidential candidate, watu wakutane kwa kiwanja. Usicheze na sisi bana. Na usitishe ODM. Usitishe ODM. Kama kuna viongozi wako katika viti, sehemu za ODM zinajulikana. Kuna wengine hata tukiwachilia nafasi wasimame na mtu ya ODM atashinda yeye, niko na hakika. So tafadhali hizi vyama ambayo wanakuja kuongea na sisi tukae na heshima. Na uheshimu ODM. ODM ni chama kubwa. Ni chama kubwa. Heshimu ODM na usicheze na ODM. Wakikasirika wanaweza haribu vitu. Wanaweza haribu vitu. Wakikasirika wanaweza fanya nini? Basi, mimi nataka kuachia hapo. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Na nimefurahi vile tumefanya mkutano ya amani, tumefanya kwa nidhamu na tumekuwa waungwana na tumekuwa pamoja kama familia moja ya ODM vile baba Raila Amolo Odinga alituacha. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Junet. Sasa muda wangu hapa unakamilika. Na mimi nataka kuwaalika sasa, these are our deputy party leaders. Naanza na deputy party leader wa Mombasa, governor wa Mombasa, Governor Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir, ambaye in turn ataita Governor Simba ambaye ni kama mwenyeji hapa pia, alafu ndio atatuitia wa party leader. DJ umelala hapo. Unajua
haya. Asante ODM. Asante vuvuzela, asante. Asante, nitaomba vuvuzela zitulie. Asanteni. Wana ODM wenzangu. Leo hii katika ukumbi huu hatuko hapa kuandika historia. Nisikizeni kwa makini. Leo hii kalamu yenye kuandika historia inawekwa wino na wanachama wa ODM siku ya leo Ijumaa hapa katika hapa katika Jamhuri. Kwanza kuweza kuwapatia kongole, congratulate kila mmoja ambaye kwamba tumekuwa na yeye, na mimi nataka kuambia tukumbuke pale ambapo kwamba tulipotoka. The birth of ODM. ODM was born from the struggle of getting a new constitution. A constitution that believed in giving power to the people of this country. ODM, for far too long, we have been pursuing power for the people relentlessly. And in doing so, we have been called very, very many names. In pursuing power for our people, this party has been called sellouts. This party has been told that we have been divided. This party has been told that we have those who have decided not to be with us. This party has even been told that the leadership is old. But I want to tell you one thing. That is not news. Each and every one of those accusations were there. Even when our founding party leader, the late Raila Amolo Odinga, was in power, all those accusations were coming on our doorsteps. But we never ever stopped it being there to relentlessly pursue that power that deserves to go to the people of this country. Hii leo nataka kuambia kitu kimoja. Kuongea si udhaifu. kuweza kuanza kuzungumza na wengine, sio kuwa tumeweza kusalimu amri, na kujipanga, sio kuwa tumeweza kuuza Wakenya. I repeat this in English. Dialogue is never weakness. Engagement is not surrender. And strategy is not betrayal. ODM, over the years, has never been a party that believes in isolation. ODM has always been a party. Pre-election and post-elections, we have always been the ones that in the pursuit of going back again to giving power to the people, we have always believed in dialogue. Because it takes strength for you to be able to dialogue. Anyone can be able to stand up, hold a microphone, accuse, abuse, and speak anything else. But strength comes in making sure that despite however strong you are, you do not use a hammer to kill a fly. This party today has blessed me to be the deputy party leader. Mwenyezi Mungu amenibariki. Mimi niko hapa kwa lugha ya watu wa Mombasa, mimi ni kichuzi wa ODM. Your Excellency, this is a movement. ODM is not just a party. It is a movement. A movement that has been able to withstand all sorts of pressure throughout the times. And it is a movement that has been built on resilience and unbreakable will of the people of this country. Your Excellency, as I pledged my support, unwavering support to the late party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, in the interest of pursuing power for our people, today, in front of all the delegates and the true owners of the Orange Democratic Movement, today, Your Excellency, I pledge my loyalty to our new party leader, Daktari Oburu Odinga. I say this here in the words of Raila Amolo Odinga, that he has seen and he has been to the mountaintop and he has seen what is there. He was not able to get there, but united we can be able to get there. I urge and I call on every single Kenyan, especially those who bear the flag and the colors of orange. Let us rally behind Daktari Oburu Odinga. I call on all those prodigal sons and daughters. This is a party that was built on principles. A party that was built through bloodshed and tears. A party that was built with structures. And if the structures have been able to make a decision, that decision should be a resounding decision. Whether it serves your interests or not, it should be a resounding decision. And I call on every prodigal son and daughter. The owners of ODM have today declared that Daktari Oburu Odinga is our party leader to take us forward, and has declared today that Daktari Oburu Odinga shall take us and lead us through negotiations for a better Kenya. I call on all of us to stand and rally behind Daktari Oburu Odinga. Wapi nduru ya ODM? Asanteni sana. It is now my honor to welcome my colleague, my brother, Simba Arati. Aweze kuja hapa na yeye aweze kuongea na baadaye aweze kumkaribisha party leader wetu.
ODM. Hebu nione, najua kwamba watu wamechoka, lakini wacha nione kama mko hapa. ODM. Mko tayari? Kwanza party leader Daktari Oburu, congratulations mzee. Wakwewe leo kuhakikisha kwamba wewe ndio party leader wetu wa chama hiki. Nataka niseme ni kwa kwanza kwamba Mheshimiwa Oburu, kwa Biblia wakati Moses kwa sababu alikuwa ni mzee, wakienda vitani, Haroni ndugu yake wakiinua mikono juu, vita ilikuwa inaendelea. Moses alikuwa anachoka, mikono inarudi chini. Hawa vijana walishikilia yeye, wakapigana mpaka wakashinda vita. Usiwe na wasiwasi yoyote, tutashikilia mikono yako na tutapeleka chama mbele. Mnikubalie, unajua watu wameuliza tupe NDC, tupe NDC. Tumewapa ama hatujawapa? Hebu weka hiyo wimbo, wape vidonge ya. Wape vidonge vyao.
Jamani wivu mwana mesila ni peke yangu.
Hiyo ni sauti ya wapwani hiyo. Hawa waungwana na ndugu zetu waliuliza vidonge tukawapea. Tulikuwa tunarajia kila mmoja akwe katika mkongamano hili, lakini tunasema milango imefunguliwa. Lakini ukija hata kanisani, ukiwa umeasi, umebatizwa, uwezi ongoza, unaenda pale nyuma unakuwa mshiriki. Kwa hivyo yoyote, kama utabatizwa tena katika chama cha ODM, utakaa hapo nyuma. Wale ambao wamevumilia katika chama kiende mbele. Niseme kitu cha pili. Chama hiki sio chama cha Wajaluo, sio chama cha Waluya, sio chama cha Wakisii, sio chama cha Wapwani, ni chama cha kitaifa, chama cha ODM. Na sisi tutashirikiana vile baba Raila Amolo alikuwa anasema. Tukiwa kule Migori, alisema kama unaona Mheshimiwa Joe, Oparanya, Simba, hao wengine wote, chama hachezi kufa. Na sisi tutahakikisha na ninyi nyote kwamba chama kimesimama imara. Wana ODM, mko tayari? Mko tayari? Niseme kitu cha tatu. Niseme nisiseme? Niseme. Najua wazungu wanasema nothing is easy as it looks. Everything takes longer than you expect. And if anything can go wrong, it will at the worst possible moment. For us, we will make it in this struggle. Nataka nirejelee yale Mheshimiwa Junet amesema. Discipline lazima ikuwe katika chama. Wewe umesema vizuri, sisi hata kama baba Oburu utaenda kunegotiate kuanzia na UDA, lazima tuheshimiane na wao. Eneo zetu zote ambazo ni wana ODM wakiguza tunabambuka.
Mimi kama deputy party leader wenu, leo mmenipa hiyo nguvu. Nitahakikisha mahali mzee Oburu hawezi fika, mimi na Swamad na mama Wanga tunakuja kwa hizo region zote, tukae tuongee mambo ya chama. Wacha nione Western, mko hapa ndani, mnakaribisha sisi kule Pwani, mnakaribisha sisi. Nyanza unajua ni nyumbani. Nyanza mko tayari? Nairobi je? Eneo zote za nchi tutakanyaga kuhakikisha kwamba chama kimedumishwa. Mwisho nataka niseme hivi. Unajua Mheshimiwa Ntimama the late alisema tutakanyagana kwa chama, tukanyagane. Wale wa kuanguka wanaanguka nje, wale wanasimama. Chama hiki lazima tutakitunza kwa vyovyote vile. Mnikubalie niulize swali moja tu. Niulize? Niulize? Kwani mimi ni mzee? Niko na karibu miaka 60 iliyobaki ndiposa nife katika mwaka wangu wa 100 kama Yesu hajarudi. Kwa hivyo miaka hii yote na hiki chama tutasimamisha. Wacha nione kwa kofia ni wangapi wanasema hatuwezi rudi nyuma, bado mapambano. Bado mapambano. Vijana msilale, jana msilale, bado mapambano. Mapambano. Wamama msilale, mama msilale, mapambano. Mapambano. Bado mapambano. Asanteni. Kabla sijamuita party leader, nataka niombe vijana wetu wote, security team yote, delegates wakitoka hapa ndani, na waomba nyote mtabaki hapa tuongee na nyinyi. Vijana na wale wote wa Nairobi mtabaki. Mimi tutaonana na ninyi mundu kumundu. Lakini naomba, mnataka power. Haya. Lakini mnikumbuke tafadhali vijana, hakuna kijana anakwenda hapo nje kukimbizana na gari. Leo kimbizana na mimi. ODM hoye! Kwa hivyo delegates watatoka polepole. Wale wangwana wetu wote watabaki hapa, ndiposa tuzemezane kwa lugha ambayo tunaelewana nayo. Kwa hayo mengi, mimi nataka nichukue nafasi hii nimlete our party leader. Kila mtu asimame juu na kofia.
Kayamba Afrika tafadhali, karibu tumkaribishe party leader.
Abswamad ukuje kuja na DJ. Weka wimbo bana.
Naomba sote tuimbe pamoja tukimkaribisha party leader wetu. Twende. Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda.
Peperesha kofia, peperesha. Weka kofia juu kabisa.
Najivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka. Wajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka.
Peperusha kofia kabisa, peperusha kabisa.
Kenya makao yetu ni nchi ya usalama, kamwe hatutaiacha. Kenya makao yetu ni nchi ya usalama, kamwe hatutaiacha. Kamwe hatutaiacha. Unayependa Kenya ni yule mwenye kupenda haki kwa watu wote. Haki kwa watu wote daima.
ODM. ODM. Leo nina furaha ambaye haina kifani. I want to first of all start by telling members that this is the first NDC after the loss of my dear brother Raila Amolo Odinga, who was the founder of this party, ODM. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank all members for the confidence they have conferred on me by electing me as the party leader of this great party, ODM. This is not a small thing. It is something which I'm now the second party leader of ODM. And ODM is 20 years old. It is one of the most resilient parties ever in the history of this country. And it is the largest and the biggest party in, south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo. That is true, and it is a party which is fit to take power on its own. But we as a party are moving on very carefully, because it is difficult for any party in this country to go it alone. That is why you have also given me another authority. Apart from electing me the party leader, you have given me authority to start negotiating with other like-minded parties, starting with our current partners in the broad-based government. And I will do it as instructed by you. I will do it with my colleagues. It is not a one-man job. It is a job which is to be done collectively. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues, led by the party chair, Gladys Wanga, who have worked tirelessly to organize this particular convention. I was not part of the organizing team, and this team has done a wonderful job, and I congratulate them. I congratulate them. And I also now want to tell you, my colleagues, members of ODM, that this party has a history. This party has a history, and I, standing before you here, I am found a member of ODM. And it was not easy to form this party. I can tell you that we were almost being expelled by the party where we were, called NAC, because we disagreed. My brother, under the leadership of my brother, the late brother, we disagreed with the President of Kenya, Honorable Mwai Kibaki. Honorable Mwai Kibaki did not believe in devolution. And Honorable Mwai Kibaki and another team left Bomas of Kenya, where all the negotiations by Kenyans were done, and one of the first principles of our party was a parliamentary system of government. The second one was devolution. And these were the two cardinal principles of negotiations of our party. And if you people remember, the Honorable Odhiambo Mbai, who was a professor at the University of Nairobi and a specialist in devolution, was killed in the process. He was killed because he was the chair of devolution of the Technical Committee on Devolution in Bomas of Kenya. After that, the Kibaki team walked out and went to Kilifi and made a draft, another draft parallel to the one of the Bomas of Kenya. When this draft came, it was subjected to a referendum. And when it was subjected to a referendum, our team, which was saying no, was given the symbol of machungwa. The other team was given banana. And you know banana is weak. You can break it. All of our members of the and that is how this party was formed. We formed it, but also with difficulties, because somebody from Meru had blocked the name ODM. So when we went to register ODM as a party, we found that the name was not available. But then, fortunately, we changed the name slightly to ODM Kenya. And I don't want to go into history how that ODM Kenya also disappeared from our hands. Those who know the Manzo and Kalonzo angle will say themselves. But then the Orange Democratic Movement was formed. And one of the cardinal principles was still devolution and parliamentary system of government. But as we now continue to negotiate, because we were still in government, though our people had been sacked from the government, we negotiated and went for devolution, but the other party took the presidential system, which was in the Kilifi draft. That was negotiation. That is the spirit of negotiation, give and take, which ODM should continue with. We are going to continue with that principle of give and take and negotiation. We are not going to be stiff, and I want to tell my daughter here, Winnie, that we are not going to expel people. We are not going to be a party of expelling people. We are going to be a party of including people and asking them to come in. But we are also going to maintain democratic principles, because we are a democratic party. A democratic party has structures, and when you are a leader and a policy maker in any of the structures, then you must go by the cardinal principles of democracy. One of the cardinal principles of democracy is that the minority will have their say and the majority will have their way. That is how democracy works. Democracy does not mean chaos. And you cannot be a party leader. You preside over a meeting of NEC or of any of the organs, and then when you come out there, because you did not like what the majority passed, you start attacking it and saying completely opposite of what the party has passed it through its established organ. And if you do that, then you don't deserve to be in that position. You are not expelled from the party, but you cannot continue serving in a position which you are not fit to serve in, because you are opposing exactly things which are against your own ideas, but which were passed by the majority of your colleagues. If you are strong enough, you should convince your colleagues so that you have majority in those committees. If you don't convince them, ni shauri yako. You cannot now go and seek sympathy that I'm being mistreated because of my tribe. We all come from a tribe, all of us. But the first tag of ODM is that ODM is a national party. ODM is not a tribal party, and we cannot expel anybody from any position because of his tribe. Your tribe now becomes your hiding point, where, because you know what you have done, but you don't tell them the truth. You just tell them, Mimi ni Jaluo, I'm being expelled because I'm a Jaluo. But you cannot. Our party cannot do anything like that, because we have all tribes represented here in our party. In this hall, is there any tribe which is left out of this hall? I've heard all of them are represented here. So our party continues with that principle, and I, as your leader, I will not encourage indiscipline in the party, because democracy does not mean chaos. Democracy does not mean chaos. It is not intolerance. It is actually just going by the principle of democracy. And I want to, I was not meant to talk long. I was only meant to thank you for making me your party leader.
But I want to inform you that as we continue to negotiate in this broad-based arrangement, all of you know that we came through the window in this broad-based government. And we were left there by my brother Raila Amolo Odinga. He's the one who left us there. And we are going to continue to be there up to 2027. But before then, we are starting negotiations to prepare ourselves, because elections is 2027, which is next year. We cannot just sit back and wait for 2027 and then we start moving and negotiating. We have to do it as an organized party and a disciplined party. We have to start those negotiations early, and because of the authority you have given us, we are now going to move fast and see if we can agree with order, and we are going to put our principles. One of them was stated by UNET, that where ODM has MCAs, where ODM has MPs, where ODM has women reps, where ODM has senators and governors, that is non-negotiable. That is ODM area. We start from there. We start from there. But that is just one of them. That is just one small one. We are going to negotiate, and we are going to form a technical team to start the negotiations. And we are not going to be, like other people are saying, that ODM is bought. Is bought by who? At my age, can somebody buy me? Will you buy me with how much? So I want to end there. My people, that our negotiations will actually be conducted in a manner that we shall ensure that come 2027, ODM is in power, and we are not ashamed to say we want power, and we are going to remain in power. Without power, you cannot do any policy. You cannot serve the people. So we can only serve when we are in power. Power first, everything else follows. So I'm not ashamed. Every party is formed in all countries of the world to seek power. So seeking power is not anything which is shameful. It is something we are going to adapt also as part of our principal slogans. ODM power! ODM power! Asanteni sana. Thank you and God bless you all.
Asante sana. Tumpigie party leader makofi kwa hotuba yake hiyo tangulizi tangu ateuliwe rasmi na baraza kuu kuwa chair party leader wetu. Now, ladies and gentlemen, naomba tuketi tafadhali. Naomba tuketi, bado session moja. Naomba tuketi tafadhali, honorable delegates. Let's take our seats as we welcome our national chairperson to make the final proclamation. Then Kayamba Africa is going to lead us in a word of prayer in the national anthem of the Republic of Kenya.
In accordance with Article 47, as read together with Article 49 of the Orange Democratic Movement Party Constitution, and considering the obligations of the office of the National Chairperson as set out under Article 18 of the ODM Constitution, notice is hereby given to formally adjourn the meeting of the Special Delegates Convention, Sinedie, this Friday, 27th March 2026, at the ASK Dome, Jamhuri Showground, Nairobi City County. Asanteni na Mungu awabariki.
Niombe sote tusimame kwa wimbo wa taifa wa Jamhuri ya Kenya utakaoashiria mwisho wa hafla yetu ya siku ya leo rasmi. Kofia zote zilizo rasmi tusalie kuzivua. Wimbo wa taifa ukiongozwa na Kayamba Afrika. Asante, neema ya Mungu iwe juu yenu sasa na siku zote za maisha yenu. Kayamba.
Haya, tusivumanie sana. Party ni ODM. Alama ikiwa ni chungwa. Sisi tunatoka pole pole tu. Haya, pole pole tu. Tunatoka pole pole.
Kenya taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda daima, Kenya yetu tunayoipenda daima, twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka daima, twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka daima, Kenya nchi yenye baraka daima, Kenya makao yetu ni nchi ya usalama, kamwe hatutaiacha Kenya makao yetu ni
wabunge wa Nairobi mnaambiwa musalie hapa. Wabunge wa Nairobi wote wasalie hapa ndani.
Na vile vile kama deputy party leader alivyosema, vijana wa Nairobi tafadhali tusalie humu humu, tusiondoke sasa hivi.
Hiyo ni sauti ya Simba Arati. DPL anasema wabunge wabaki hapa, vijana wote wabaki kwa hii hall, vijana wote wa security hapa ndani.
Kenya ujitenge na mambo yenye kuvunja amani. Ukipenda Kenya ujitenge na mambo yenye kuvunja amani. Hatutaki matata Kenya, hatutaki matata Kenya. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, nchi yenye upendo, hatutaiacha daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Mama yangu tena ni baba yangu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Hapa wote wananchi wa Kenya, kutumikia Kenya daima na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Kenya kipenzi chetu, hatutaiacha milele na milele. Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima, na nikienda ng'ambo nitarudi. Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima, sitadanganywa kamwe na wabaya. Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima, wala sitapotoshwa na mabaya. Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima, na nitajenga Kenya nchi yangu. Mimi ni mwana Kenya daima.
China is the world's second largest consumer market behind the US. In 2025, the country's total retail sales of consumer goods exceeded about 50 trillion yuan, or about 7.2 trillion US dollars, up by 3.7% year-on-year. With a population of 1.4 billion people, the market has long been a cash cow for global brands. But today, success is no longer a given, with some Western brands struggling and even scaling back operations in the country. China has been a hub for e-commerce innovation, and consumer momentum moves quickly as a result. Brands that fail to keep pace run the risk of becoming irrelevant.
When you think about live streaming and social media, the hottest new thing is going to bubble up overnight, and you have to have it the next day.
The number one thing that you will see is how little loyalty Chinese consumers are. Because of the brands and how fast they innovate and how quickly they push things out, consumers are very used to being hit by new concepts, new designs.
So what does it take to win in China? And why are some of the world's biggest brands rewriting their entire playbook just to survive? For years, many Western brands entered China by replicating the products, pricing, and strategies they used at home.
That might have worked at a time when people had a lot more reverence for the Western brands, but increasingly, a lot of people in the business say you really have to localize beyond just the culture. Like, it's a completely different way of operating and selling to consumers in China today than it is in other countries.
But that's beginning to change.
Home furniture giant IKEA, which has been operating in China since 1998, is facing fresh competition from e-commerce giants like Alibaba and JD.com.
In early 2026, IKEA announced plans to close 7 large format stores across the country, blaming intensifying competition and weaker demand, as China's property slump left fewer people buying new homes. But IKEA isn't retreating. Instead, it's shifting towards smaller urban stores, closer to where customers actually live. It's also expanding its digital presence across platforms like JD.com.
The Western brands used to do new product launch is a very methodical but lengthy process. These local insurgents, you just run really fast kind of test and learn process.
As China's consumer market has matured, its homegrown brands have gained ground on foreign competitors. They've done this by scaling faster, launching new products more quickly, adjusting prices in real time, and tailoring their offerings more closely to local demand.
So when we talk about Western brands that have struggled more recently in China, definitely Starbucks comes to mind because there have been so many other companies like Luckin Coffee and boutique coffee shops that have come in and sold coffee for much, much less than Starbucks. Starbucks has sometimes run into challenges by creating new drinks or products that maybe weren't exactly what Chinese consumers were looking for.
These pressures have driven more Western brands to partner with local private equity firms, bring in capital and local operational expertise to manage or grow their China businesses.
If you actually look at the historical growth of China's PE market, it reached a height in 2021. However, the good news is 2025 for consumer products and the retail sector, that part of the investment increased about 8 times versus 2024. So this is actually a historical high that we haven't seen since 2022. So deal value actually reached about $7 billion US last year. The first couple of changes that are really, really important are, number one, the governance and also the operating model, which enables that kind of decision making to be within China and also in the China speed. So you don't really have to go report to committees or headquarters to gain approval. And the second thing that PE partners can bring to this kind of JV relationship are really lots of ecosystem partners that they already have. So whether it is the digital capability partners or whether it is, let's say, strategic access to certain locations.
As economic growth slows and household confidence has weakened, Chinese consumers have become more cautious with spending, increasingly prioritizing value for money while still seeking experiences and emotional value.
So for a lot of the international brands, you have to think about how do you maintain the brand heritage that you have and also connecting it with a different market where people have different habits and cultural background. For Lululemon, they've actually even created their own series of events. Rather than just setting up a booth somewhere or handing out flyers at the mall, they're actually hosting small-scale fitness events or some other ways where people can play and have fun or compete with each other. That also tied with many cities across China, so there's a localization aspect to it, and they can draw in more people who will live outside of the big cities of Beijing and Shanghai and really build that brand awareness and engagement. For Kraft Heinz, they decorated a lot of these subway stations in Shanghai to look like ketchup bottles. The other is that they worked a lot with restaurants to talk about how you could use their ketchup in some very traditional Chinese dishes. So one popular dish is stir-fried eggs with tomatoes. So that was a way that they brought ketchup into what people in China eat quite often.
This consumer behavior shift shows up most clearly during China's major shopping festivals, when shoppers lean into discounts. In November 2025, Singles Day generated 1.7 trillion yuan, or about 238 billion in online sales, up about 14.2% year-on-year, but slower than the 26.6% year-on-year growth in 2024.
The festivals and sales promotions inside China provide opportunities, but those opportunities differ based on the life cycle and the age of the brand inside the market. We like to characterize an event such as Singles Day as a gust of wind going into the sales. So a new brand that's in the market, that gust of wind can really help that brand get up to speed. But a brand that's already been in market for a number of years, that gust of wind doesn't necessarily really change the trajectory. It might just give it a little boost.
But while local partners and operational control both matter, they're only part of the equation. In China, the consumer market runs largely on mobile, with e-commerce dominated by several major platforms in a country with 1.1 billion internet users. Alibaba's Taobao and Tmall remain the largest players, holding a combined 35% market share. Pinduoduo has rapidly gained ground at 21%, while JD.com holds 17%. Other apps include Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok. It is a short video platform that is also owned by ByteDance. And Xiaohongshu playing a key role in product discovery and influencer-led shopping.
We hear from our clients that they have a hard time collecting such rich data in Western e-commerce platforms such as Amazon when they look at the data that's available on platforms such as Tmall and Jingdong. When a new brand's going to enter in China and we can pull down data that helps them understand how many people are purchasing your particular product, at what price point are they buying, what time of year are they buying, what time of day are they buying, what the competitors are selling, how much the competitors are selling that product for, it really demystifies the market and it really allows them to pinpoint exactly on that dartboard where they're going to throw that dart.
But a plethora of data can also intensify competition, because so much marketplace performance data like prices, sales ranks, and reviews are publicly visible. Rivals can quickly spot winning products and undercut on price.
Everything on those platforms are public, private domain data, whether it's your CRM database, that is definitely by far the most valuable and most important.
Private domain data refers to audiences that brands own and operate, things like WeChat groups, mini programs, and brand apps, where they control first-party data and can use it for personalized experiences.
If you have some way to tie, store-level things with the consumer data, then you can actually trigger purchases, targeted promotions. Those things you cannot do if you only rely on the public domain data that everybody has.
To really act on that data, having local R&D centers just makes that all come to life much more, because they can figure out what segment of the market is really buying, where do they have gaps, and then create a product right away.
Another important part of understanding the modern Chinese consumer is recognizing how fragmented the market has become across cities, regions, generations, and digital behaviors.
Brands from all over the world, notably domestic brands, they're all trying to compete for that same share of wallet. It's not zero-sum though. The rise of domestic competition does not come at the expense of international brands by any means. Distance can be a brand killer inside of China. So having too much distance between the brand promise, the brand equity, and the end consumer is an area that brands particularly fail inside of.
Even for the post-COVID era, what you've used and made you successful in the last, maybe, let's say, 2 years may not be actually what's going to make you successful in the next 2 years. So Change is the only constant. How nimble you can be and not rely on just one formula, one product, one playbook is going to be very important.
This is China's cluster of 6 fast-moving tech startups working across AI, robotics, gaming, spatial intelligence, and brain-computer technology. And they all sprang from a single city, Hangzhou. Hangzhou, the capital of Zhejiang province, is home to more than 12 million people. It sits in the Yangtze River Delta, one of China's most important economic regions, about an hour from Shanghai by high-speed train.
This is a very creative city. It's more like Silicon Valley, very good environment and not as commercialized as the big city like Beijing and Shanghai.
Hangzhou first rose to global prominence as the birthplace of Alibaba. But it has since outgrown the identity, rising 7 places to become China's best-performing large city.
It's driven by a few indicators such as wage growth, property sector transaction, and private sector share of total GDP.
But now Hangzhou seems to be making AI part of its DNA, and that's part of a wider national strategy.
By 2024, Hangzhou had become a major AI cluster, home to more than 500 AI companies, generating over 70% of Zhejiang's AI sector profits. But what exactly is powering Hangzhou's rise? And can these 6 little dragons go global?
It's lucky to be one of the 6 little dragons. There are many creative companies just like us.
Manicore builds spatial intelligence software, AI that turns real-world spatial data into digital environments. In February 2025, it became the first of the dragons to file for an IPO in Hong Kong.
When we start our business, we focus to use GPU to do the supercomputing. Then we are going to speed up the photorealistic rendering to do the visualization. It's very good business in China at that time.
DeepSeek made global waves in early 2025.
DeepSeek moment. R1 DeepSeek was a fantastic thing.
Its open-source reasoning model, DeepSeek R1, rivaled OpenAI's O1 performance, but reportedly cost just $294,000 to train, a fraction of what its rival spent. Its app hit 16 million downloads in just 18 days, nearly doubling ChatGPT's 9 million at launch, and became the most downloaded free app in the US App Store.
That challenged the whole model of high-cost, compute-intensive AI companies. DeepSeek really symbolized this ethos of doing more with less, really that underdog energy that's implied in the little of little dragons.
Unitree shot to global attention after its humanoid robots went viral performing at China's Spring Festival Gala. The company is reportedly preparing for an IPO that could value it at up to 50 billion yuan or 7 billion.
The company represents how robotics is at the heart of China's AI push. Morgan Stanley has also said that the Unitree G1 is perhaps the most used humanoid robot in the world, thanks in part to its lower price point.
Deep Robotics was founded about a year after Unitree, but took a different path, focusing on industrial robots for factory inspections and work in hazardous environments. Game Science is the studio behind Black Myth Wukong, the action game that has sold more than 25 million copies as of January 2025, making it one of the fastest-selling video games of all time. And Brainco is the only little dragon that started overseas, founded by Han Bicheng while he was pursuing his PhD at Harvard University's Center for Brain Science. The company moved its headquarters to Hangzhou in 2018. In 2025, it began seeking pre-IPO funding at a reported valuation of 1.3 billion. So, what has helped Hangzhou produce this collection of tech companies? It was Alibaba that put Hangzhou on the map, bringing capital and cultivating a generation of entrepreneurs. But Alibaba wasn't the only spark. Hangzhou's deeper strength lies in its ability to build talent. The city is home to Zhejiang University, ranked among China's top 4 and consistently in Asia's top 10. 3 of the 6 little dragons were founded by Zhejiang University alumni, including Liang Wenfeng, DeepSeek CEO. The university's strength in computer science, AI, and robotics has made it a natural breeding ground for tech entrepreneurs.
It has had some success luring people from other Chinese cities, even the bigger ones, and also there are anecdotes of graduates from, say, Harvard or Stanford applying for jobs there.
Hangzhou has also made it easier for talent to settle by easing the hukou system.
Hukou system allows people with hukou registration to have access to domestic public service and social services like the education and social pension and the healthcare system. In the recent 5 years, when the economic situation performance in the first-tier city facing headwinds, many young people would choose to return to the provincial capital of their hometowns and establish their new life. We see a lot of second-tier cities entering into this talent competition war, and Hangzhou is just one of them. It doesn't have a very high barrier when deciding what type of talents can receive hukou. The city also eliminates all these restrictions in terms of buying houses. But if you compare with Shanghai, they still have a relatively high bar when granting people their hukou access.
Affordability plays a big part too. According to data from MSA Advisory, renting a standard apartment in Beijing costs around 6,500 yuan, or about $900 a month. In Hangzhou, about 5,000 yuan, a little over 20% less. And with software engineers typically earning 20,000 to 40,000 yuan, that salary goes further in Hangzhou than in China's Tier 1 cities.
It's not that expensive as Beijing or Shanghai. If you create a high-tech company, the environment should not be too commercialized. People have too high pressure on just buy house. They will change job too frequently. The high-tech company needs someone to focus on certain technology for many years. So they don't need to have too high pressure on the living.
But talent and affordability aren't the only draw. Yuhang, a district of Hangzhou where many startups are based, offers subsidies of up to 600,000 yuan, or roughly about $80,000 for high-tech enterprises.
Hangzhou actually grants a lot of the interest-free loans to university students. So basically, they started nurturing this entrepreneurship from universities, starting from the school. And I think it's so far the most mature system supporting young entrepreneurs compared to other cities.
And in 2025, the city committed more than 100 billion yuan, or about 14 billion, to grow its AI industry and offer incentives to support more than 700 key AI firms. It also pledged 400 billion yuan, or about 56 billion, in broader tech investment by 2030.
Hangzhou government actually take a very light-handed approach. They give you a wide berth to test what you think that works the best, rather than visiting you like every day and giving you interventions or guidance and asking you to align with the city's policy agenda. Hangzhou government are being very selective rather than blindly seeking blossom everywhere. So that makes Hangzhou special, achieving more by having less resource.
According to Startup Blink's Global Startup Ecosystem Index, Hangzhou is home to 774 startups and 11 unicorns, making up about 8% of all startups in China.
So there's a suburban area, Liangzhu, that's known as a coder's village. It has a bit of a campus-like bubble environment, and a lot of the talent pool is being fed by alums from Zhejiang University.
The industry cluster and ecosystem that Hangzhou has built since the establishment of Alibaba is something that's hard to replicate elsewhere. So you basically have a cluster that connecting the digital economy, e-commerce, AI, and robots. All of these industries are within a 30 minutes circle. So that creates that efficiency and mobility, and it creates a really nice ecosystem that allows people to discuss their business and their ideas.
Hangzhou has shown it can punch above its weight using talent, affordability, and policy agility. But the next test is scale. Competition is intensifying, even within China.
Even Hangzhou itself has other competitors like the Qianwen. It's Alibaba developed AI large language model, and also you have the ByteDance and TikTok company developed AI models. I think this kind of competition is create a really healthy environment and competition for China's technology to leap forward and compete with United States models.
We don't know how all of them will turn out at the end, but they are part of this tech fabric in China that includes the old guards like Huawei and Alibaba, and the young guns like